Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us on another ball review. Today we are looking at the 900 Global Harsh Reality. If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. First impressions, the Harsh Reality offers the latest top of the bag ball from 900 Global, and I think it sticks to the theme nicely. Alright, let's get into this and get to the point quickly. The new Harsh Reality brings that blocky disturbance core from the Reality with this AI outer core technology, so the numbers are ever so slightly different, and it drops in a new, stronger cover. To be frank, I always felt the Reality core to cover relationship was a perfect blend of having a very strong ball, but still allowing a ball to have motion and not feel laboring going down lane. The Eternity Pie used a stronger cover and had a more forward tumbly roll that worked quite well, but with less board coverage in the Reality. And at first I wondered if the Pie was meant to be a replacement, but along comes the Harsh Reality, and Reality goes away. The confusing thing to me is that I feel like the Harsh with the stronger cover goes more into the heavier tumbly direction as well. So while the Eternity Pie and Reality might have separated more, I'm not clear how different the Pie will be from the Harsh, but it does look like it's got some more back end. As mentioned in the other reviews now, this house pattern is really playing more direct than previously, and the new lane beds have zero track. There was a nice slot for me between the second and third arrow, and I really liked how the ball clearly gets itself into a roll, relying less on the end of the pattern to do something. I'll say I'm not fond of these big swaths of color, but I did like seeing how the core transitioned into that heavy tumble through the pins. It's the kind of ball that gives me miss room in, miss room out is probably possible on a different condition. For Tyler, you'll see that he had a very good look. Again, the right is developing a shot on the new lane beds a bit quicker than the left side, so while he does have to play more direct than you've seen in previous videos, the Harsh Reality really has a very nice, strong, defined shape. It reads the mid lane very well with the strong cover, and the core revs up, creating a nice, strong punch down lane through the pins. He had a look going about 15 to 7, give or take, so pretty much the track. The Harsh Reality gave him miss room out without much trouble. Given how much more direct he's playing, he did have a little less miss room in with how strong the ball is. Typically, Tyler doesn't go for huge, strong, defined pieces, as they rarely come into play for him, even on the slickest conditions. It's hard to say if he'd put the Harsh Reality in the bag given that, but he had no issues with it here at all. Now, for context, the strongest ball in his bag would be an RX-1, which was a mild ASIM and a hybrid cover. And with the look he had, I would say, might warrant consideration to bring the Harsh into the bag. Now, Brian's up next, and you'll see why it also warrants some serious consideration for a permanent spot for him as well. The Harsh Reality really made a clear impression as a strong, defined ball. Brian got lined up around 13 to 7, so not much less board coverage than Tyler, believe it or not. As I mentioned in previous description now, the ball gets just enough length with the really good mid lane read while still creating a very strong continuous motion for Brian. He had above average carry for sure. It was too strong to be as direct as the second arrow. You'll see Brian experiment with deeper and deeper trajectories to the point where he was able to still make it shape going 17 to 8. I'd say he has been hard-pressed to find something that works as well as his Storm Lock, which was his strong defined ball in the bag for a long time. Despite the multitude of balls we've tested and that he has put in his bag over the years since, nothing quite lived up to the reaction he had with his lock. Suffice it to say, the Harsh Reality caught his attention. Alright, so just to wrap up my final thoughts, there really should be no question at this point the Harsh Reality is clearly a strong, defined piece. I really want to test this on a sport condition or something a little bit more tapered to see how it shows off this motion. House shots really bring shapes close to each other, but I would say the motion is very clear in its intent even on this pattern. And while I don't love the colors as mentioned before, I'm still going to give this one some time in my bag. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you like what we do.